Hey guys, Ben Hart here, and we're going to talk about adding some ghost notes by stopping it up with our fingers down here. There's a few different ways to do ghost notes. There's palm mutes, there's just putting your fingers over things, like when you do it. But I'm going to talk about one that I didn't even realize that I was doing until I looked at the lick, and I was wondering, like, I was just mostly just pulling out of myself what I wanted it to sound like, and it sounds like that. So we're going to take this classic A thing right here. I've got my pinky on the 5th fret, and we're going to bend up. That's the 5th of the key of A. So this is over an A chord. And then we're going to bend up from the 4th fret like we're going to the 6th fret while holding that, and I'm plucking with my middle finger, and I'm using a straight pick on the other. For those who use a straight pick, and if you use a thumb pick, this works too. So you're hitting both those at the same time, 4th fret and 5th fret, and then I put this finger behind on the 3rd fret to give me extra power to be able to bend, because I'm going to bend up there like this. And you got to really work on getting it in tune when you're not used to that. So after we bend it, we're going to go like that. And I'm just going to be truthful with you. It's a very subtle thing. And I just more or less tried to do over time, just pull the chicken out, I guess. So basically what I found out I was doing was, after I bent this up on that G string there, because this was the 4th fret to the 6th fret bend on the G string, the B string with the 5th fret. So get that in tune, and while that's up there, I hit the pick again, and then like the fastest possible, I mean, it's almost at the same time, I take this middle finger and I like stop it and set it on there. I go, and it just makes this ghost note. See here, like sometimes it kind of comes through, sometimes it don't. Bim. I'm stopping it with that, and it's almost like I'm just kind of doing it at the same time, but this one's just barely behind. And then once I do that and I stop it, this middle finger's on there. I pull up on it, let it back down, and go down to this A note, the A note on the 2nd fret. Sometimes more of the note comes out than others. You know? So you could try it without the mute first. So just straight pick and then middle finger. And that kind of does it on its own. Because if you're hitting it right behind with this middle finger, you're stopping it mid. That may be the best way to do it. I'm pretty sure that's how I started doing it, and that sounds really good. And then it just got more percussive over time. So I just went down on the bend on the G string, and then I went and I press and I go up on the G string again. It's like I'm going on the same note, and I pull up on it and let it back down. Yeah. So if you just try to like think I'm going to hit that same middle finger on that same note, you could just practice that. And that's just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and this up is stopping it. And then one time on the up, let it down. And resolve it down to an A, you know? It could be really long, it could be really short, it could be... Or... You know, there could be a song like that. I've never actually played that song before, but I think it's something like that. Yeah, look, I just did it. I didn't even do, maybe when you first started, I didn't even do both those together. I just went. just on the one string. And then later on, I added that E to it note on the 5th fret. All right, and that goes a lot of places. So like if you were up here, and let's say you're bending in A on the 12th fret, you're going both on the 12th fret. And you could all those places. It'll completely work. So that's how to start getting the chicken in your bins. Yeah, that's what we want, right? Not that bad though. Like, all right, and you can do it slow. Something like that. Yeah, we don't want this to get weird monetized or whatever. And I probably just did that solo a complete disservice because I really have never tried playing it before. So here we go. So that is a way to add some more chicken in your picking in the key of A.